What's up, biker gang? I am back to do a rant, and in this rant, I'm going to be ranting about tornadoes. Yep, that's right. I'm ranting on tornadoes. I made a rant on cold weather before, and even though you can't control the weather and what goes on, this is still a topic worthy of ranting about. I'm going to rant on tornadoes. Now, if you don't know what tornadoes are, I've never had these happen to you. Tornadoes are a form of severe weather that happen when a funnel cloud is mixed with storms like thunderstorms or rain and bad weather. And it factors in with the wind, and it makes a huge tornado that can destroy specific stuff. Like it can destroy cars, trucks, vehicles, homes, buildings, lots of other things. And that's why I'm going to be ranting on them. It can be really dangerous when a tornado happens. Like if it's not really nice weather like right now, if a tornado happens, basically you have to be really careful when you go outside. Like if it happens close to your area, you gotta seek shelter. Like they have to do those stupid tornado drills at school where you're forced to crouch down and literally cover your head, and that doesn't even work at all. And also you gotta be really hoping that a tornado doesn't come close to your house, because if it tears down your house, you could die from a tornado, or you'll lose your home. You'll lose your home and your stuff because of a tornado. You could lose your prized possessions, or even worse, your own life. And you gotta be careful if you're driving out in the area where a tornado happens, because it can be really scary. You gotta be sure not to get into any bad situation like that. That's one reason I hate living in the area I live in, because I don't like that every year we gotta deal with tornadoes, and it's really bad. Like EF2 tornadoes are the worst. Like some tornadoes aren't as bad, like an EF1 tornado, for example, but an EF2 or higher is the worst form of tornadoes. Because if it's an EF2 tornado or higher, then that can mean bad weather, possibly hail. Like once again, it's not safe to go outside. You gotta really watch your back. Like the weather would just be terrible, to the point where you gotta make sure you stay safe. That's why you gotta be in the basement. You gotta be in a bathroom or something like that. And I hate having to do that. Like, I don't like having to, having to stop whatever I'm doing and be worried and fearful for my life, because some people probably think they're gonna die. They think whenever a tornado happens, that's the last day they're ever gonna be living, and it makes people worried for their own safety. I hate when tornadoes happen. I wish they did not fucking happen. Some would argue hurricanes are just as bad, if not worse, but I'd say tornadoes are just as bad, because you have to make sure they don't come through your area, because if they do, they will destroy your homes. They'll destroy properties. Tornadoes are so horrible that you could lose a lot of stuff, and you're never going to get your stuff back. Some of the stuff, like memories you have, like pictures and stuff, they'll get destroyed. And that's why I want to live in somewhere where there's no tornadoes. Because like I said, that's one reason I hate living in the Midwest, or especially if you live in the South. You have to deal with that type of stuff every spring, summer, and fall, and sometimes even close to winter. It's if you think snow is bad, which snow and cold weather is very bad, tornadoes are just as bad. That's why I prefer little to no rain, beautiful sunny weather like this, and just weather where it's at least nice to go outside. And not heavy rain, pouring rain, thunderstorms to the point where a tornado happens, and just dangerous weather like that. That's why I decided to do this rant on tornadoes, because it's just horrible what people have to go through and such. You gotta make sure like you don't get killed. You got to keep yourself safe in your house. Like, you gotta make sure your stuff is safe. You gotta make sure your house doesn't get torn down, or make sure a tornado doesn't go through your house and such. That's why there's storm shelters and such that exist. And it's just scary. The reason why I think it's scary is because, like, you never know if it's the last day you'll ever live, or if you ever get to see your family members, or if something bad will happen to you. Like, it's just like getting struck by lightning. You gotta make sure not to go outside because you don't want to get struck by lightning and such. Now, I don't mind thunderstorms in some way, as long as it's not too severe or cause a tornado like this. So, yeah. But yes, that was my rant on tornadoes. Like, it's just horrible to have to go through that, what people have to deal with. And if you never get them in your area, then you should be grateful you never get tornadoes and such. You wouldn't want to deal with, like, having to be locked up in your home and, you know, have to be away from windows and certain things. Make sure flying debris doesn't come towards you. Make sure you don't get yourself hurt and whatever. And yeah, that'll be about all for my rant on tornadoes. But anyways, luckily I don't have to deal with hurricanes, but tornadoes can be just as bad, if not worse. This is why I don't want to live in an area that has to deal with, you know, specific severe weather like that. It's just horrible. And I feel sorry for the people that got affected by tornadoes and such. Like, especially if you're in school during a tornado. That's just why I'd prefer to just stay home instead of going to school or anything. Because if you're in a public place when a tornado happens, it's just a bad situation for you and everybody. So yeah, that's about it for my rant on tornadoes. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Brick, and I'm out.